So there's an app called Marco Polo where you can record quick videos and send it to a person. A little bit easier than chatting, especially on a topic like this where uh, I could ramble on a little bit. But suicidal tendencies in a society, we're not in a suicidal state. Um, the the mindset I come from with this is I look at the studies of primates and their sense of fairness, and not the contrived, conservative, modern sense where everybody has the opportunity. Well, they could have, if they chose to, done something different and made their time. That is a contrived, higher level uh, sense of fairness on a higher societal level. There's that. We are primates. We are monkeys, smart monkeys. But our base idea of, or ideals of fairness are as ingrained in us as sexual preference and sexual urges. To ignore them or suppress them, you're going to have just as much uh, radicalization and dysfunction and depression and everything that comes from suppressed sexual urges and suppressed sexual identities. All the dysfunctions that come from that, you're going to get the same kinds of extreme dysfunctions from we call it income inequality now, of course. But when one monkey sees that or has nothing and is suffering, and they see another monkey has tons of stuff that they could never possibly use, and it's the extravagance, the decadence, that same sense of fairness, which is ingrained in primates, is going to destabilize everything. So I'm guessing already. I'm going to make this private so just you can see this. Um, you're going to say something about everybody has the opportunity if they hadn't wasted their time or if they had spent more time. That's not a primal, primitive, uh, uh, primate instinct. That's a higher, conscious, learned instinct. Right now, we have the most disparaging in income inequality of all time. The rich are way richer than the poorest. That divide is bigger than ever. And we're seeing the suicide rates, the war rates, the violence, all the stuff that goes along with suppressing or oppressing uh, that our urge for fairness of equality, just like with suppressed sexual urges and suppressed uh, sexual orientation. And that's what I think we need to address as a society. Go back to first principles and look at how society is set up and understand. I mean, we can poo poo, say, oh, well, that's not right. We need to be better than that. And it's like, we're not. There's a lot of things I'm having to accept about being a primate. And that knee jerk reaction, somebody has a bunch and they're wasteful and they have more than they can use. And I have nothing. I'm suffering day to day. I have medical issues or whatever it is, and I see that disparaging is, I think, the basis of most of our issues today. And the suppression of that gets when you take a population. There's a large population that's super ignorant. They're going to get angry and strike out at whatever the ignorant are angry and strike out at, or whatever they've blamed. Then you have the intellectuals that have a higher understanding of what they think the problem is, and everybody's angry at what they think the problem is, and then they fight each other because, I think, largely inequality. And in a time when there is no scarcity, we should, I think, be smart enough to recognize our base instincts and cater to them to make everything better. But again, what the fuck do I know?